another TackleWest video, guys, and today I want to give you a look at the new Saltist MQ from Daiwa. So the Saltist MQ range of reels is a new series that Daiwa has released. They've been around for about 6 months now and probably one of our most popular sellers in the heavy duty saltwater reels. They make them all the way from a 2500 size to a 20,000 size reel. So depending on what kind of fishing you're doing, they generally have a model in the range to suit what you want to do. So Saltist MQ is Daiwa's third generation of Saltist reels, and they've had a lot of improvements over the years. Coming up to this new MQ series of reels, the biggest benefit with them is that they've actually eliminated the use of a side plate. So on previous models of Saltist and a lot of the previous models of reels, they actually used to have a side plate. So this part of the reel, you'd unscrew it, comes off, and the body is two-piece. With all the new MQ range of reels, they've gone to a monocoque body, which is a one-piece design. So this is actually a cover. So the body itself, there's no split in the body. So what this allows is them to put a larger gear into the reel, and it eliminates any kind of gaps on the body of the reel. So there's no excess screws for salt water and corrosion to get into, and it just makes the whole body of the reel a much more rigid design. Even when you wind these new MQ reels, they're much more solid feeling to the reel. The whole body itself is much more rigid. So starting off with this reel, let's break it down from the top. One thing that they've done is they've increased the size of the drag knob. So previous model, the drag knob was definitely a lot smaller on the reel. I guess when you're onto a fish, when you're trying to fight a fish, they want to make it as easy for you as possible to increase the drag. So the actual drag knob on the reel is significantly increased in this MQ gears. It takes up the whole top of the spool. So that allows you, when you're cranking it up, you've got a lot more area to grip and turn to increase or decrease the drag. So that's a big bonus that they've increased that. Next, onto the spool. So each model of reel holds an absolute stack of line. They're all deep spool reels. So depending on what line class that you're fishing, it's kind of relevant to the size of the reel. So if you're fishing with a 6,000 size reel, it will generally hold 300 meters of PE3. If you're fishing with an 8,000 size reel, it will hold 300 meters of PE4. Each of the spools also feature a little pre-installed rubber ring around the bottom of the spool, so it eliminates the use of backing lines. You don't even really have to tape them, and you can just tie your braid directly to that little rubber band on the spool and wind on your line. Okay, next up we're going to look at the rotor of the reel. Now the rotor is a Xeon rotor, so this is a plastic composite material. It is lightweight, but it's extremely durable. Now, one thing I like about it as well is there's less opportunities for salt to corrode and damage your rotor. With being the Xeon, super lightweight, super durable. Now the line rollers on this reel. Each size, the line roller is extremely large. So if you even go down to the 2500 size reel, the line roller, it's really large. So your line's not going to get caught up, it's not going to get tangled. It's always going to be in line in the guide, like the line roller. Sometimes on some of the smaller end reels, especially if you're running a heavier line, it doesn't quite sit perfectly in the roller, but with these Saltist reels, you don't have to worry about that. Now, another improvement over the previous model is each reel in the range features an aluminium knob. So even the small 2500 has a nice decent aluminium knob that you can grip onto, and they vary the size depending on the model. So up to the big models, you have the big aluminium knob. It's much more comfortable when you're fishing, especially on the heavy duty reels. It's something easy to grab onto. I didn't really like the T-style handle knob on the previous model. but there's a big improvement fishing with these larger round knobs. So now the drag pressure on every single model is significantly higher than the previous range. The little small 2500 packs a whopping 10 kilos of drag, but this big boy, the 20,000, whacks 20 kilos of drag. So it's more than you could even actually hang on to. Okay, next up, this reel is mag sealed. Following along the lines of all the other Daiwa reels, this Saltist MQ also features the mag seal protection. So what the mag seal does is it's a barrier on top of the pinion that eliminates salt water entering the top of the reel. So they've been running with it for quite a number of years now, and it seems to work pretty effectively as so long as the reel is kept in good condition. And these ones feature it too. So you've got mag seal protection. One thing I've noticed with this new range of reels that they've done as well, is just a couple little things that I really like on these, is they've actually upgraded the clicker spring. They've made it a bit more durable than some of the previous models. Some of them I find would be a little bit flimsy on the previous models and they'd wear out a little bit quick. So they've beefed it up a bit more. You can see there's more meat there, and it results in a louder drag, and it just feels a lot more sturdier, and there's a more pronounced click, and it just gives the drag an overall more solid feeling. One of the models throughout the range that I'm really going to highlight to you guys is the 6000 size. Now, I'd say the 6000 is probably our most popular spinning reel in the whole range of the models, because it's so versatile. It's such a good size reel for doing so many different types of fishing, whether you're light tackle casting with 20 to 30 pound braid, if you're going out to the fads and catching dolphin fish, or casting for tuna, or going up north and throwing stick baits around, the 6000 is a friggin' awesome size for doing that. It's not too big, it's not too small, packs a friggin' punch if you really need to put the brakes on, but it's great for guys that are demersal jigging or light tackle jigging, because it is such a powerful reel and it holds a lot of line. So the 6000 reel, they do advertise the 6000 to hold 300 meters of PE3, but generally when we're spooling them up on the machine, the spool's so big that it actually holds a little bit more than 300 meters of line. You sometimes can fit up to 340 meters of PE3 on it, but it's a great reel for light tackle jigging. It's like I said, not too big, holds plenty of line, it's got heaps of drag. It's very comfortable and suits a lot of rods. So it's definitely a reel if you're doing a bit of broad fishing, even spinning off the beach. 6000 size is definitely one that you want to check out, and it's probably my pick of the bunch out of the whole range of reels. I know this doesn't really make a big difference, but you want your gear to look good as well, and I think they've really hit the nail on the head with the black and the blue accents on this reel. The nice big black handle, the reels really look the part. And let's face it, when you're buying something, especially fishing gear, you want it to look good, you know. At least if you're not catching anything, you look good doing it. Okay guys, well that's the range of Saltist MQ reels from Daiwa. All the way from the little 2500 size up to the 8000 size, and to the big boy 20,000 size. Whether you're light tackle fishing for tailor, salmon, if you're light jigging, heavy jigging, there is a size reel throughout the range that's going to suit what you're looking to do. So if you're after a heavy duty reel, give them a look at. They're really good value for money, starting at $3.99 for the 2500 size, all the way up to $4.99 for the 20,000 size. I think they offer really good value for money. They're a metal bodied, strong reel with good features. I think they're pretty hard to beat. So pop in store, you can check them out on our website, you can come in store, have a feel of them if you like. We'll run you through the whole range, we'll check them out on a couple of different rods, but get in store, have a look at them. It's the Daiwa Saltist MQ.